So you have been looking for this twin flame because you want connection. Remember the first time or those days when you are in bliss and when you are with the twin flame and you are feeling the connection. And that is what you are looking for. You have been looking for because you know that this kind of connection, you are not going to get it anywhere. So it is what you are yearning for, this kind of connection. Having somebody who get you like that, feeling just so connected with a person this way, it is what you are looking for when you are looking for this twin flame. But I want to tell you that the connection that you are feeling, it is because you are so in soul and you are connected. It is because remember when you met the twin flame and you were in soul. Before you got addicted, you are in soul and you are feeling so connected. You are feeling so connected because you are in soul. It is you yourself who was in soul. You are in God. You are connected with God and you could feel that connection. And now your mind have been telling you that that connection was because of the presence of your twin flame, of the physical presence of your twin flame. But the mind is wrong because it is not your twin flame who brought the connection. The connection was because you were in soul. So how do you get that connection that you have been looking for and yearning? That connection, you can only get it when you connect back to God. When you connect back to soul, that is where your connection. So your connection is not your twin flame. Your connection is God. It is that God energy you are looking for. It is God energy, that soul energy that you are looking for. That is your connection. And it is not the physical form of your twin flame that will give you a connection. That connection that you are looking for, that you felt those first days when you met your twin flame. That one, you will not get it in a human being, in a human aspect of anybody, including your twin flame. You can only bring it from a place of soul by you connecting with God, by being in a place where you are connected with God like you were on those days, like you were on that time that you met the twin flame and you were not in addictive energy before you started repelling. You were just in soul before you started repelling each other and he or she ran away. You were in soul and you were feeling connected. You were not depending on them. It is only after you started depending on them that the mind took over and you stopped your connection with God and your twin flame ran away. And now you have been chasing and looking them since that, looking for that connection, which that connection is found in you. It is you connecting back to God. It is you knowing your way back to God, bringing your focus, your inner focus back to God, refusing to go back to mind, but connecting yourself back to God. How you are going to do it, it is up to you, but you have to connect back to God. I have said there are simple ways you can do it, little by little, but by walking and meditating, by praying. But when you are doing prayer, you are not praying for them. It is for you. Let me repeat that. It is praying for yourself because it is you. It is not the twin flame. The twin flame is just you. It is just you. It is just your energy. So when you are praying for yourself, you are praying for them. But to be in a place where you want to get that connection, you can only get that connection from God. It is about you stopping to depend on people for things and start depending on God. You have been invited in this twin flame journey. You have been called in this twin flame journey. Your soul chose this journey because there is another level of godliness that was being introduced in your life, and it is not a religious kind of godliness. It is just a spiritual way of godliness to show you that God loves you unconditionally, just the way you are. You can connect to God and you can get whatever you want from God and not from people, and those people include your twin flame. You cannot get connection from your twin flame. You cannot get connection from people. You can only get it from God. And the more and more you accept this truth, the more and more you will find that you are a strong human being, that you are a strong soul, and everything is possible with you. And that is why when you are coming to this union energy, you will find that you don't need anybody, including them. Why? Because you are in a place where you have realized everything that you have been looking all this time, you are those things. So everything that you have been looking all this time, you are those things. Those things that you have been looking in your twin flame and thinking they are your twin flame, you are those things. And that is why you yourself, you will realize you are your twin flame, because there is nothing that your twin flame can give you that you don't have. And there is nothing that anyone that can give you that you don't have. That's why you know when you're in that union energy, you don't have that physical yearning for your twin flame to be in the same space in you, because you will have realized this is a spiritual thing. All that you have been wanting is a connection with them, and you are that connection. You can connect to God and you feel the way that you used to feel. You don't need that person, that human aspect to be there so that you feel it. Because see, if you want that human aspect for you to feel that connection, it means that your joy, your happiness depends on them, depends on another person. And even by saying that, you know that is wrong. Even on that just aspect, even if it was not a twin flame journey, you cannot depend on people to give you those kind of things. You cannot depend on people to give you love, to give you happiness, because that is putting responsibility on another human being. You yourself, you are a whole. You are whole and complete. You don't need anything else to complete you. You are whole and complete. And it is by leaning more on God that you will find that you don't need your twin flame. The more you lean on God, the more you lean on God, the more you lean on God, the more you tap into your purpose, because your purpose is your soul. You did not come on earth useless and empty. There is a purpose. So the moment you connect to that purpose and you are more in that purpose, you will find that that urge of the twin flame, it is not there. It will diminish with time. And even as it is diminishing and it is no longer there, that is now the time you'll start seeing your twin flame coming into your space. But even you will not care, because there is nothing you need from them. You'll just observe them, because you are the soul. You just observe them, because you don't need nothing from them. You don't need. So you'll just be observing them as soul, because you don't have anything that you need from them. So that is a different kind of a relationship or connection, because it is not a conditional relationship or connection. It is unconditional. You don't need anything, that they're in your space or not. You don't need anything. You are full and you are complete and you are whole and you are hope and you are depending on God. That's why you'll hear somewhere they will say that cursed is anyone who depends on another man. Cursed is anyone if you have to depend on God. That is, you are depending. That is your leaning energy, God. That is your connection. So the feelings that you used to have of connection, you can have them even now. It is leaning back to God and stop focusing on the human being in the form of a twin flame. That is just illusion. And connect back to your original power, to your source. Connect back to source and stop leaning and focusing on another human being because they have a label of a twin flame. They have the label of a twin flame, but don't forget they are human being like any other human being in this planet. So I just wanted to remind you that